Hello. What is your call sign? Airborne. Did you serve in the Airborne? Yes, I served in 95th. In the Air Assault Brigade? Which years? It was 2009-2010. It's a Conscript service. How did this war start for you after February 24th? It started somehow very quickly. I was working in Zhytomyr with my friend. At that morning, air raids were taking place at the airport. We immediately got together and went home right away. But they would not take me to the 95th. They had no vacant positions. I kept asking and they accepted my request. Well, that is how I turned out already in Zhytomyr. We were assigned to this battalion. We went down to training, spent around 20 days there, and we were immediately deployed, it turned out, then to Troitsky and Popasna. And that's how it started. For me it was more or less okay. Some guys haven't touched weapons in life, and it also happened that they were deployed as well. At that time, a very front line, a 0 point as we call it. It was a little hard for some, but we managed to deal with it. How much did your experience of military service help you? I understand that it certainly cannot be compared to combat experience. It helped a lot. I did recall a lot of things. Even to mention the skills of handling weapons. It didn't take too much time to get in shape. It helped a lot. What helped a lot is the commanders that were taught before the war. In your opinion, how is this war different now after 6th month of war? How different it is from the way it was in February and March? And what happened to you and your unit during this time? How much did you change? It happened that we become more united. We trust each another. Because we are suffering very heavy losses. Well, it does not depend on us. It depends on the fact that we do not have the necessary weapons to wage this war. But the guys are doing their best. No one pulls back. Everyone wants to move forward. If only we had something to fight with. War really united us. We lost many good comrades, but we will not retreat back. We are going to go forward. Let them give us weapons so that we can fight not only with automatic weapons. And we will defend our country. This is already the second deployment to Donbass. The first was to Troitsky, then near Lysychansk, now in the direction of Bakhmut. Has something changed in people here? I mean with the local people. Do you see any changes at all in them during the months of war? Many of them are still looking in the direction of Russia. I think that nothing has changed. They have not changed. It seems to me that they are supporting Russia more, even in Lysychansk. Even in Lysychansk, people have been completely different there. Here it's more or less better. They support Russia. They can look sweetly in your eyes, even ask something to eat there, and the next thing you know is they give up your position to enemy. So you don't see any normal people that support Ukraine. They left a long time ago. This is my opinion. Maybe there's some percentage. Maybe there's 20% of those who are pro-Ukraine and can help you in some way. And the rest should not be trusted. That's my opinion. When we were near Lysychansk with your unit, there were practically no firefights. It was shelling all the time. I remember that we sat with the guys and received shelling from 120mm mines, tanks and artillery, multiple rocket launchers 24/7. Has the situation changed now? With the appearance of Ukrainian artillery on the battlefield, HIMARS and howitzers, has the nature of battlefield changed? Can we say the heavy weapons exchange percentage is the same as it was, or are we already equal? I can say in some cases we even dominate, because we have already started participating in rifle fire exchange, and do not hide here from shelling all the time as it was in Troitsk, Lysychansk. We were hiding from shelling there all the time. Only few cases where we had rifle exchange. It was very rare. Now there are far more firefights. In fact, such battles are even beneficial to soldiers, meaning they feel like they are already the ones to protect when participating in firefights. They feel themselves as warriors who protect. When participating in the firefights, they can shoot. Contrary to spending days taking cover from shelling, cleaning those machine guns that in fact were not even necessary there. You could not use them, you just carried them around with you. Do you already have the experience of firefights here now with your unit in Bakhmut? We had no such special firefights here. But our fellows in other units, yes, there were a lot of such situations. Probably for the entire time we are at this war, this is probably the most extensive experience of close combat and shooting battles. What is your role in this unit? What are tasks you're carrying out? We are a grenade launcher platoon. At the moment, we have already actively started using drones. I think this is a very powerful technique. It saves a lot of lives, so that you don't have to climb over the trenches. You make a flyby and then boom, job done. We're collecting money to buy drones ourselves, our families have already helped. They collected one drone. And of course, our platoon needs grenade launchers. We are working on it. What is a grenade launcher platoon without grenade launchers? You said that in many ways our army remains, well, archaic, old school and not reformed. What do you associate with this? What can cause these problems? Maybe it's a chain of command. As they say, maybe people from the past era, a product of the Soviet Union. Not all of them, they are looking forward to NATO or European standards. Maybe they still live by this old Soviet law and maybe that's why it's like this. This is my opinion. I don't know the opinion of others. It's purely my opinion that they still live according to the old laws that they were taught in the Soviet Union, and that's how it is. How do you personally see the victory of Ukraine in this war? What should we do? What should we achieve? How do I see the victory? So to say, I feel, so to speak, I feel the victory will be soon. Because enemy is already throwing everything they got. They are desperately sending troops to death, collecting all manpower they have. I think victory is just around the corner. We already won. It's simply a matter of time. If we get even more help from the West with weapons, HIMARS, for example, the sooner we have them, the sooner the situation will change. Can Russian mobilization of thousands of people change anything for them? I don't think it will impact the war drastically. According to the evidence, they recruit all sorts of people there. Those people themselves do not want to go and fight. They go to war already demoralized. So I think nothing will change. You think you can end quickly. How much time would you give till the end of war? No more than a year or maybe more than 2 years? I think up to a year, in my opinion. The main phase. The main phase, of course, it will still drag on. So to speak, we need to clear Ukraine of them. But there are a lot of them here already. I think up to a year. Let's hope that it will end sooner. When you saw the news and saw that the Crimean bridge began to burn, fuel tanks began to burn and a bridge span collapsed, have you anticipated this or it came out as a surprise? It was not a surprise. We thought it would not happen so quickly. Very early in the morning there were good news. Do you think the explosion of Crimea bridge, did it happen by chance or did armed forces have a hand on it? I think they have a hand in it. I don't think it's coincidence. What brings you joy nowadays? Personally for you, maybe news or something from your relatives, something positive. From my relatives, to be honest. My daughter, she's 8 years old, very young. And the calls from them over video link, that's encouraging. You know, there's someone to fight for. You don't have to lay down under the bullets, cover them with yourself. We have such guys. They were. But you know there's someone to live for. You don't have to go to war to die. As a hero. You need to fight so that everyone stays alive. Because people at home, they are waiting. Did your family accept your choice that you were decided to join the ranks of armed forces? Yes, they accepted without problems. Of course, they were a little worried. They would not say, "We will not let you go." We had no such scenes. Everyone accepted the fact. Everyone understands everything. What would you tell your wife and daughter if they could see you now? What message do you want to convey? Let them believe in us. Let them wait. We will come back anyway. I love them very much. I'm doing that for their sake. Let them pray for us, for everyone. Everything will be Ukraine, of course. That is for sure. We've had a paratrooper with us today. We were talking about personal things and the experience of war, the experience of warrior, about the different aspects of this war that are not always pleasant. These things also should be known and remembered. Thank you. Take care.